people who really went on to create small, even smaller website, went to build all those bigger billion-dollar companies. If you're building something and you're not leveraging AI, then you're missing out on something really big.
I'm with Nipun Taneja, co-founder at Sparks, doing big fucking things. What sets you guys apart is that you guys are always looking forward. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about AI and advertising.
So it comes from a personal cause, and then we see like how technology is evolving and how people are going about it. Slowly but slowly, we kept on building one use case and the other, and then slowly a lot of hard work, heavy lifting is done by AI now. This is a time wherein you can jump on the ship and just turn the world around.
So what are you building exactly with the head of AI?
I have a separate technology team of like 15-20 people, and we are building a product that is helping and enabling media buyers. Along with that, there are so many small use cases that we don't have to build as a product, but that eases the life of our team.
It's changed your company in a big way, right?
I think with AI, what has happened is a normal person also is able to deliver more. So I've seen way more success with everybody, even if they're new.
If you were brand new, where would you start? Like, don't know virgin to AI.
I would just list out all the things that I want to do with AI and just start with ChatGPT and their agent mode. And once you understand that, then you can start using other products.
LFG fam, we're in Budapest. We're back in Budapest, affiliate world. We're breaking our cherries today. I'm with Nipun Taneja, co-founder at Sparks, doing big fucking things. Bro, by the way, shout out to India. India's making a lot of millionaires, a lot of billionaires, big economic power. Yo, why do they love us so much in India? LFG show gets a lot of love in India. Why do you think that is?
So first of all, thank you for having me. I know we go way back. We've met so much time, and I really wanted to come on the show. And I think Indians really love your energy, how you go about it, the flow and everything, and it's all charged up. And I think that's what the youth wanna see. So that's why they love you.
I love it, man. Listen, it's great to have you on here. You and your brother, man, you guys have a great name in the industry, great reputation. You're doing a lot of things, creating a lot of jobs. And I think what sets you guys apart is that you guys are always looking forward. You're always looking forward, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about AI and advertising, how you guys are utilizing it, because, bro, it's moving fast, right? And I think a lot of people will be left behind. So let's talk, how are you guys utilizing it right now, and so the audience can learn?
So it comes from a personal cause, and then we see like how technology is evolving and how people are going about it. And I really saw it happening a couple of years back when ChatGPT and OpenAI really started changing the dimension of how technology can impact us. And slowly but slowly, we kept on building one use case and the other, and then slowly a lot of hard work, heavy lifting is done by AI now. And that also not only has saved the time, also like we work in a different time zone, like we work day and night, and then our team has to manage in the night. So, and I really wanted to do something for that. So AI has really helped us in solving a lot of those efforts, and then technology has helped us to do that. So, and I think it was very clear to me that this is a time in our lives, either we jump on the boat, and I think we really rarely come across such opportunities wherein AI can really, technologies like how the internetbook.com bubble came around, then the app era came around. This is the third era, and I think this is the time wherein you can jump on the ship and just turn the world around. So I'm really excited to what's going on the AI world.
So how are you staying ahead of the curve there? Like, what are you reading? I mean, there's a podcast, YouTube. Like, what are you doing to stay ahead of the curve? Because there's so much information. How do you filter out all that information?
So I have subscribed to a couple of good channels, some good reading lists. I think that really helps because from what I see, there's so much noise around AI. Like everybody's just AI ad is shouting about it, but not every product is good. Not every material is good. So you have to really find the good, authentic sources. And I think, yes, to get information is good, but really you have to consume it yourself. So I spend every week some few hours just testing the AI products myself and seeing and just trying to connect the products, trying to connect the tools so that I have a better understanding of how I can use it. If I can't use it, then I can't give it to my team as well. So you have to play with it. And sometimes it doesn't come easy, but with time, like, and the best part about AI, using AI product is you can precisely ask them, how do I want to use it? Tell me what's the best way to use it. And that is something that has never been done in any technology before. So I think that is what sets the AI apart. It teaches you how to use itself.
So obviously, you're very busy, right? How many employees do you have at Sparks? And you got other companies as well.
Including all of our companies, we'll be around 100, like plus minus one or two. I don't have the exact number, but yeah.
So you have a couple hundred people that work for you, right? So how much time are you allocating? You said you're allocating time. And I think that's what's important, right?
Yeah.
As business owners, you have family,
Yep.
you travel, right?
Yes.
I'm in the same boat.
Yes.
And I just did something with Tony Robbins called the rapid planning method. And that's been great for me. I've been chucking my time because I feel like I'm all over the fucking place. But how are you managing your time and how much time are you allocating per week on AI right now?
Uh, I think I spend 1 day a week just on AI, learning AI, understanding.
Like a whole day? Like how many hours?
6-7 hours.
Okay.
6-7 hours is what I give. And then I have 2 kids. I have to manage the travel schedule. I have multiple teams to manage, meetings, leadership meeting. I do invest also. So that takes a lot of time. But I'm good spending good 6-7 hours understanding and learning myself, building. And I think if we don't learn right now, like we'll be left behind. And that's what is my driving force. Like I want to be at the forefront.
Got it. Yeah. And how are you delegating it to your team? Let's walk through. So you learn, like let's walk through how you learn something, and then how are you testing it, how you get your team involved.
It's a very so earlier I was just pushing down the throat like you have to use AI, and they were, since I'm the boss, they were doing it, but they were not really into it, and they were using it in a very small way. So you started an AI workshop every alternate way in the office, and we asked them, these are the tools, build something that you like, build something that will help your work. And slowly but gradually, people have started seeing how to use AI, how to leverage it, and they've started enjoying building. And I think that comes very naturally. Now, with that, I've also hired somebody who's the AI head. He works directly with me. He understands. He sees what I'm testing, and then helps me further my research. And once we build something, then we show it to the team, take the suggestions, and then we roll out.
So what are you building exactly with the head of AI? Because I think I tell you personally, I'm struggling getting my team to adopt, and I think it's also because I haven't dedicated the appropriate time, and maybe I don't have the right person on it. But so walk us through, like, what exactly what's the goal of this? What's the main focus you have them working on it for?
Sure. One is I want everybody who's working with us to have a great life and have a great career. And my aim is to really give them the right opportunity. So that's why I love my driving force. And I think AI can really help give people that. So we have, I have a separate technology team of like 15-20 people, and we are building a product that is helping and enabling media buyers. Along with it, there are so many small use cases that we don't have to build as a product, but that eases the life of our team. So we will take up all the problems, and then we wrote, okay, on what topic, on what actions that we are spending most of our time. And we saw that these can be replicated and broken down by AI and can done in half of time with better efficiency. So we're picking one problem by one problem and involving the team for which we are solving it, so that it's not, I'm just giving it to them, okay, just use it. No, they are part of the process. They're helping us make it better. And once they understand the value. So there's this principle called tipping point. Like you have to, say about something till a tipping point comes. And once the tipping point is, it's automatic for people to adopt it. So as a founder's job is what I feel I have to make sure that our team reaches the tipping point. And once it's there, it's all automatic. Then I have to don't really ask people. Like they will be pushing me, okay, what do I create? What should we create? We should make this, we should make that. So that's my aim to reach. We are not there yet, but we'll be there in few months.
Well, and I love you talked about the tipping point, because I think that's how you get the adoption, right?
Yep.
So how long did it take you to get to that point?
Few months, I was just asking people to use it. They would use because I said it, but they were not really getting onto it. Now I see 50-60% of my team is now AI efficient. The others are getting, because not every department, like finance would not really need it, like HR would not really need it. Couple of different departments might not need it at that much, but all the media buying ones, creative, AI agents, we don't make any image ads right now. Everything is AI. We video ads, yes, there is some bit of editing. We've reduced, like we've doubled our production using AI easily, like, and we are all every month that's increasing 10-15%, but with no increase in TV.
So I was going to ask you about that next. How are you utilizing it in the media buying? How does it help you out, and what exactly are you doing there?
So AI, from what I saw, everybody was talking about it, but it's a step process. Like the first, there are different levels of how you can adopt AI. One was just basic research, like whatever you want to sell, do the right audience research, get to the right audience, get to the right mindset. And I think that's the best part. And I think that's the easiest part people can do. If you're not into AI right now, that would be the first leverage that you can take, instead of just searching around the internet, going to 10,000 website, you can just put bunch of top articles, give it to AI, and just have a good conversation with it. I think that's the first phase. Once you start saving some time, and that's the phase one, then you can ask AI in assisting certain tasks. There are ChatGPT as an agent mode. There are the other N8N and other automation. You can just make small use cases and just start easing your job. Like if this happens, then send me a message on Slack. So that is a small assistant, but that starts solving your time. Then the third stage of adoption comes as Copilot, wherein AI does the heavy lifting and it has all the context, a lot of knowledge, and it has seen what has worked for you in the past, what has not. And the last medium would be like really empowering you, like it doing the 80% of your job, and then you're just maybe 15-20%. You have to keep a human in the loop, but that's it. So those are the stages of adoption. And I think the last stage when 80% of the work is done by AI. Copilot is where it's 60%. I think our team is around 60, 55-60% is on AI. We still have like another paths to travel, but that's where we're headed.
Nice. And how's it helped you with campaigns?
Sure.
What kind of lift have you seen in campaigns for your clients, for yourselves, ROI, all that kind of stuff?
So one thing that we saw was sometimes AI doesn't really tell you what to test, but it does tell you what not to test. So I think our ROI has increased only because one factor was we were not testing shit creatives. Like we created a GPT that gives us a score of every script. Like if the score is not 7 out of 10, we don't put it to a test. And we really saw it in our numbers. Like that was easily 5% ROI lift because I was just not wasting money and time on shitty creatives. That's why. The other thing is like before AI, we were just using manual UGC actors and everything. And they really performed great. And I think we made a lot of money with that. But the problem with that was you would wait 7 days for that. You would find a good actor, they would shoot. If there's some changes, it will come back, and that's a 7-day cycle. Now, in that 7 day, the idea just goes away. So with AI, you can just test it. You can just test 5 actors, and once you see it working, then you can still go for UGC actors because you know it's working. But you for idea testing, you don't have to wait for a week or two. So that time is like 2 days. So with more cycles of testing, we are able to get to the result faster, and that has also helped us in getting more ROI.
You have an example of a specific vertical?
Yeah.
Where where you cracked it, right? With this AI, because you mentioned UGC, right?
Yep.
You mentioned actors, right? Where's give us like a case study?
Sure.
Yeah.
We started personal loans. Personal loan is one of our biggest vertical. And then we tested different angles. Like one was student loan angle that was doing kind of average for us. It was getting the cheapest click. It was converting, but the payout and everything was not matching. Like maybe we spent 20,000, we were making 21, and this was still not working. Then we did start researching. And in our research, a lot of, so what we did was took all the Reddit forums wherein personal owner discussed, we gave it to GPT and asked us to give us the right pain points, right user profile. So we got the right pain points, we got the right user profile. It said debt consolidation is the main use case for personal loan. And the day we shifted it, our ROI increased, our CPC did increase, but our ROI jumped to 40%. So it was a very clear example of, we were going the wrong route because the CPC was cheapest in student loan. That's the easiest and cheapest traffic. But debt was costlier. My team had shut down that angle weeks ago. But with AI, we picked it up again, and then you really scale that vertical. So that's just one example. And there are many, many examples that our team does on a daily basis now.
So in that case, you went from like a 5% ROI. You spent 20 grand, made 21 grand,
Yeah.
1,000. So you went from doing 1,000 to doing 8,000, 20,000, 28,000.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yes. And
That's
then,
huge.
and then we also have trained the GPTs on, we just throw them our videos and then they say, okay, this is working, this is not, here is a drop rate. And Facebook and TikTok, what they do is you can see the graph of where the user is dropping. That there are a bunch of graphs. TikTok has it on front end. Facebook has a API access for that. You can just throw that in GPT for all the videos that we've run. So it knows on what messaging there's a spike and there's a spike in conversion rate. So with that knowledge, it has started giving us better scripts because it precisely knows what kind of words that we speak leads to a higher conversion rate. So our scripts have gotten better. So let's say if we were testing 10 scripts and one was working, now we're testing 10 and then maybe 2.5, 3 is working. So that also helps us shorten the time reduced spend on like wasted angles.
Yeah.
So that's also a huge point for us.
And it seems like you adopted this, like it's changed your company in a big
Yes.
way, right? Because I know I can look back to, I know we were in Budapest, man, like 2022, right? And I could like the way you were running then versus now, right? In what 3 years is like so different, I would imagine.
Yes. The main problem our team was because we were working the night time. It was loss of sleep. People would not, because you have to manage your family. And let's be honest, they have kids and everything. But with AI and technology, a lot of that heavy lifting has been done by AI. Now, we also made a benchmark assistant. So you have a category. What's your benchmark? Just throw in your ads, and it will tell you, okay, if you're going right, you're not going right. These are the action you should take, because that's all very standard. And you don't have to ask somebody. You can just ask GPT because we've already trained it. So a lot of my time was going into answering the same questions. So all the frequent question that the team asks now, we're just feeding it to a GPT. It's very easy for them to get the answer, and that saves everybody a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, and I think with AI, what has happened is a normal person also is able to deliver more. So I've seen way more success with everybody, even if they're new. So earlier it would take us 6 months for a media buyer to perform. Now it's 3 months, and then even if they're new, so they can start performing very nice.
That's amazing. So you're able to get brand new people and get them like within, rather than 6 months now, 3 collapsing time frames in a
Yes.
big way.
Yes.
God.
It still takes time, but 3 months is a good enough time for, yeah.
So I'm going to shift a little bit here.
Sure.
Because it sounds like you really, it's amazing. You gave a lot of good detail. That personal loan example is good. What's your hiring process to get to, because obviously
Sure.
hiring as a business owner is such a person, and I know how it is in India, man, but it's a big pain point in America. I have a lot of clients, they just can't get bodies in their call centers. Like it's just crazy. They're looking at me to help them get more bodies. But how are you guys doing? Because you guys seem like you guys have a good process.
So we first have a technical round, 2 technical rounds, wherein one would be from a good media buyer in our company, and the second would be somebody who's like a team leader. So once they have gone through that cycle, so I know that their skills are there. I don't have to test the skills. We do have an aptitude test, and sometimes we throw in assignments. Okay, just write 5 copies, and if we see that if they're getting the right message, they're able to write the right thing, and they have the right mindset, becomes very easy for us to get to the next round. When it comes to my round, I'm only thinking about how people are adopting to our culture. Will they fit in or not? Because I think that's a very less talking about subject. But I feel if you're not a cultural fit, if you're even the best person, you will not be able to survive in the environment. And also, I really want to understand what drives you. Like, are you okay just doing your job 9 to 5, or do you want to make a mark, or you want to change your life? What is your driving force? So if your driving force is not there, you will stop, and then you would not push hard. And I really want to create a team of hustlers wherein they are pushing every day, every night, and they are still having a good time along with each other. So that is where the culture comes in, and that is where the drive comes in. So I think if you have the drive, you can learn anything. So that's our hiring process. And
Yeah.
the last round is like taken by me. I think that's fun of the. And I do connect. If I do connect with a person, I can just hire them. Right?
Yeah. And you guys, I see it on the social media. You guys seem to have a good culture.
Yeah.
You reward people
Yeah.
for doing a good job, and it seems like you have a fun environment too, where you'll have parties and do all those sort of things that kind of keep that cultural fit in there.
Yes. I really believe like if people are not growing with you, like that's not the purpose is not fulfilled, because if people are growing with you, they'll be the advocates. They'll ask people. We have gotten so many references, people who are enjoying working with us, they would refer, okay, you should hire this person, you should hire this person. And when they hire a friend, they even tend to stay longer.
Yeah.
So this is how it helps for the long run.
I love it. Yeah, that's one of the pain points for a lot of people. Scaling a business is, and you guys have been doing it for a long time. How long has you and Vipul have been in business for?
We started 2014, so it's been
2004.
11 and a half years, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time in our industry, man.
And prior to that, we were doing freelancing, so almost 13 years, but yeah, the company 11 and a half years.
Yeah. So you've seen a lot of changes in our space, right? During those 11 years.
Yes.
I mean, man, we've had regulatory, this, that, every year it seems like there's something new, right? And different platforms. What do you think is the future of lead gen?
I think the future of Legion is, I still see leads coming back. Like paper call was the talk of the town for last 2 years, but I really see a lot of people making more money with leads now.
You mean web forms?
Yeah,
The
web
form
forms,
fills? Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So web form is still one of our main business, and that's what generate a lot of money. And I feel lead gen is gonna go get better, but there will be some regularization about use of data, and AI is already only adding to the case. Like it's gonna get stricter and stricter with time. With data privacy is the key, and I think with stricter laws. And why I see this because in the pursuit of profit, a lot of time people go overboard and run something that is not required, and I think that's not good for the industry. And I do feel some regularization is important for everybody to have a good healthy environment and a long term business. All the business wherein we've done consistently good is we've been adhered to everything, and it's been a partnership. We didn't make initial money, like we lost money for a couple of months, but once it was set, we made the most money. So I think if you switch your mindset from a short term to long term and do it the right way, lead gen and paper call is gonna stay here.
When do you make that determination to cut off because it sounds like you made an example. I've done the sewer,
Yeah.
and sometimes I've done it the wrong way where I keep throwing money at something and it doesn't hit, it doesn't connect, right? So like, where's that cutoff point for you guys? Or do you have a methodology, or is it a feel? Like, what is it?
So sometimes it's hard to quit. Like as an entrepreneurs, you always feel that you can really kill it, you can still crack it, right? But sometimes it's so either we set a budget or we set a time. Okay, if we are not able to do it at this point of time, we'll make a move because uh, there's always a new opportunity. Like every show, every 3 months, every 2 months you travel, you'll find something else.
Yes.
So there's no lack of opportunities, but you still have to encash them. So if you're not able to do it in a certain point of time, we would just move on.
Verticals, right? You talked about personal loans. Like, what's the hot verticals now? What do you see any up and coming verticals that maybe people aren't paying attention to right now?
I believe next year mortgage will come back.
Yeah, that's sort of the same thing.
Uh, See, from what my understanding is, solar roofing and home improvement were doing good because people were not buying new houses. So if you don't buy a new house, you would want to improve your living conditions.
Correct.
And now since because the rate was too high, people were not refinancing. But I think with the economic condition, it's gonna come maybe in 6 months or maybe 3 months, and once it comes, he will start buying new houses. So I think that is where Refi is gonna make the most millionaires next year. If you're entering lead gen, Refi will make the most millions.
Yeah, I agree. I've had a lot of conversations with people, and I think, as part of our job, what we do, as part of the leader of our companies, we got to see like the next wave, right? Is what we got to do. And I do think that's right. I mean, the Trump administration is, they know economically, and in America, man, the rates are high, and they know they can, if they push them lower or do some policies or fuck with the Federal Reserve, whether you like it or not, that's what it's going to happen. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
And I feel final expense, there's a gap in the market with no big player there. So there'll be some consolidation. Final expense is still where you can still make a lot of money this year, next 6 months.
Yeah, a lot of people from ACA shifted right over to startups. We did Columbia Con 1, the first one, and it's crazy because all the ACA guys were already starting to move to final expense. And this was in August, and that was a year ago is what it was, right? I think we did that. And it's just crazy because you go to these little masterminds, like that was only like 20 people there, but they were ahead of the curve, these guys, right?
I think going to these mastermind, you would get so much value. So like it's a crash course because everybody who's there is good, has done something in their life, has proven it, and has a lot to share.
Yeah.
And I might not be able to share in a room of 1,000 people, but if there are 20 good people I can trust, I can really go and share. So I really feel that gives a lot of value.
Yeah. And you guys, you travel like crazy. I mean, you travel as much as me, I think, it's crazy. So it's good to see you at all these shows.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's helped you guys stay ahead of the curve, right?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
So I think affiliate world shows have really helped us. We were there when everybody started talking about TikTok like 3 years back, and then we really bought onto the network. And TikTok is where we had our massive success. Then last year I heard Newsbreak was doing good, and we jumped on Newsbreak. We heard Rumble from this. We heard Bigo from this. All these platforms, but not everybody was talking about it. Maybe 5% people, but we picked it up, and they have made us so much money in last 2 years, as much as the normal traditional network like Facebook and Google. So I think that is what the value we get in coming to the shows.
100%. You know what? Are you doing anything on Snapchat?
No.
I'm seeing more like talk about Snapchat, especially with the, I don't know, like I guess like the subprime markets, the personal loan debt. So they got a big booth over here, and I haven't seen them at these shows in a long time. So I think that's another thing to keep an eye out for. I think that I saw Van Oaks in Barcelona, and he seemed to infer as though Snapchat's making a little bit of a comeback. So
Awesome.
that's another one.
Sure.
I'm gonna actually go there. I'm gonna try to get him on the show.
Awesome.
You know, see
Thank
that.
you. Like that is another like see
Yeah.
these kind of small nuggets. If you can, try to filter out some good opportunities from every show. Like I just look for a good opportunity. Like this could be one, right? If we just crack it, it pays for the show.
Yeah, what we're struggling with right now is that we did really well at home improvement. Had a good run with it. It's starting to come down for us, and I'm seeing that. It's making me nervous. But I think also the issue is that we're swimming in the same water as all these other motherfuckers, man. Everyone's on Meta, so we're getting a lot of duplicate leads. Can't monetize these fucking things. So we gotta start swimming in other waters. We gotta start going on other platforms, Newsbreak, Native, whatever the hell it is. So that's another thing I'm trying to push my team, and that's why I like going to these shows, because you get to see, hey, let's throw some money at this. Not just throw, but let's research it. Let's test it out and see what happens. But definitely coming to these shows, that's how you see that shit, man. For sure.
100%. Because like there's MediaGo, there's other platform. Not everybody's crushing home improvement there, but you could be the first or two people, right? And that gives you so much a head start, wherein you can just own that inventory. Because people will be everywhere. Like there's such a big crossover on all the platforms. Somebody who's reading Facebook will also go on a newsletter also. So you see the same audience, but it's a different opportunity to just catch their attention.
Yeah, even like Medicare, I was in Contact IO last week, and we did a panel, and a lot of guys are crushing it with TV for Medicare. They're doing like fucking mailers, like it's not all traditional online. There's other ways to make money. I think that sometimes we get stuck in this box. I do it too.
Yeah.
You make money a certain way, and then you forget there's other ways to do it, right? Is what it comes down to.
So I completely agree with you, but I also am a very big believer in focusing on something and making it big. So I believe there's a lot of money to be made online, and we are still scratching the surface. So I still want to keep my focus on the online side. I've done e-commerce, I've run call centers, I've tried our share of success and failures throughout the business. But one thing that has always come back to me is like I'm into online marketing. That's what I love. My passion is there. And now the other part that I've really loved doing is building products. Yeah. So that's and I just want to focus on these two parts now.
Yeah. So your biggest focus right now is building the AI suite, right? That's awesome.
I'm really imagining like somebody, like even not a marketer, in 2 years they can come on a website, connect their account, and say this is how much I want to spend, and this is what I expect. Just run my campaigns. And I don't see that day too far. Like I say, that's gonna come in like maybe 1 to 2 years, and I really am pushing for a marketer to build something like that. I'm really hoping any of our marketers friends build that future, or we together build that future. So I'm really excited for what the future holds and how AI is gonna transform that domain as well.
I love it. And let's talk about India, right? Because I went to NYU, New York University, graduated 2001, and one of my favorite classes was international business.
Okay.
And I love looking at different countries. I remember I did like a report in Egypt, how Egypt was growing, and like the evolution, the pace of innovation in India. I think India was always known as the call center hub, right?
Yeah.
But it's shifted from the call center hub to, also like low cost labor, like you can get like more bang for your buck. I think it's shifted to more like innovation from a technological standpoint, right? So you live there. Like, what are you seeing?
From what I see, technology is adopted by the younger generation like the easiest and in the most effective way. And India has the highest number of youths. So and India is one of the youngest populations. So AI adoption, technology adoption comes very easy. Like my daughter, she's 4.5. She scrolls. Sometime we give her phone, but she would scroll the phone. So she's already trained to use the AI. Like it took us some time, right? But for them, it's very easy. And India has the highest youngest population. So for them to catch up on AI and to learn and to just create something amazing with it is far more easy.
Yeah, I love it. What I'm seeing is incredible. It's there, and definitely we got to get. I'm gonna get to India. We're gonna do an event there.
Awesome.
We'll let you know. I know. I'll try to do it this year, probably sometime next year. But I definitely want to get out there.
You should come after maybe Thailand.
So yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it to Thailand, man, but definitely gonna make it. By the way, shout out to Edison, New Jersey. You been to Edison, New Jersey?
No.
Huge Indian population. The food there is phenomenal. You got Indians from New York City that go to Edison, New Jersey to have food over there. Yeah. Shout out Edison. We're gonna tag you with a shit.
Yes.
Tag the mayor. Well, good. So any last words, man?
I think we're at the era wherein, if you really adopt, you can really be ahead of the curve. And that would be my advice to anybody who's watching this, because it is very rare you would come across an opportunity. And I read the history for last 30 years in the technology world. Dot-com bubble was the first thing, wherein people who really went on to create small, even smaller website, went to build all those bigger billion-dollar companies. And then came the era of mobile apps with iPhone and every good phone coming up. And those were the next generation of bigger company. I think is some if you're building something on AI or you're not leveraging it, then you're missing out on something really big. So that would be my piece of advice. Even if you have like 2 hours a week, just spend that. So you'll wake like at least you'll able to be reduce a lot of your time using AI. If
And real quick too,
Sure.
with that being said, it could be intimidating too because there's so much, we talked about earlier, there's so much fucking information. If you were brand new,
Yeah.
where would you start? Like one or two, like where would you go? Brand new, don't know, virgin to AI.
I would just list out all the things that I want to do with AI, just small use cases, and just start with ChatGPT and their agent mode. I think that's great. Like even if I'm building a product for all the heavy lifting market research, there was so much data on the internet. It would spend me days to do it, but I just went on the agent mode, did maybe 10-20 research, and I was able to have a good report for myself. So even if you are busy, just go to ChatGPT and agent. That's the easiest use case. And once you understand that, then you can start using other products.
Yeah. I think the key is you got to start somewhere.
Yes.
Just fucking start, get it going. I mean, you know Ankur, right, from Flight Pulse? He came to my office, man. He blew me away.
Yeah.
I'm showing him how we're doing this data analysis. And he's like, David, you're stuck. You're old, man. You got to get, and he did all these prompts and all that. I was amazing. For 2 hours, I was all in there, man. I flew in my guy from South Carolina the next week. He met with him and he started integrating it. But it was fun. It was fun for me, you know, especially for us, time is so important, right? As business owners, and we have families, right? And you want to spend time with your family, present. But that's to me the most beautiful thing is that you can collapse time frames. Things that used to take fucking 10 hours, you can do in 30 seconds.
Yep.
And that to me was the most amazing thing. And what I'm going to take your advice and really implement time. And I know I've been having to do it with the crazy travel schedule, but when I come back to Miami next week, time per week where I'm in there, and it's like it's almost like a new gift. You know, when you're a kid, you get the gifts, and like I feel like going in there, like it gives you your time back, and that's the most important thing.
If you don't have that, just do it on the flights.
Yeah.
Buy the internet, do it on the flights.
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah.
All right, man, Nipun, it was amazing having you on the show. This was fantastic. Guys, a lot of good information on there. Harness the power of AI or else you're going to get your asses left behind. These guys have been doing it for a long time. And you guys, I just love coming to these shows and always seeing you guys because so many people have gone out of business.
Yeah.
They're not, listen, nothing against them, but the fact that it's hard running a freaking business, man.
Yes.
100 employees, 200 employees, whatever it is. The fact that we see each other all the time, we're doing something right, and they're staying ahead of the curve, man. And that's why you guys are not just surviving, you're thriving in this environment. So hats off to you guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
stuff. We're going to put a link. Hit them up. Let's fucking go, man. India Con, come on up, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG Show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys with cash in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go.